All right, and we are back, and it's exactly 35 minutes that's past the hour of 9 a.m. And of course, we are heading into the SMB business updates, and the discussion is still running on Ebola. And at this time around, we're going to be looking at the different entrepreneurs, of course, their opinion regarding this particular spread of the epidemic. And of course, quite a lot is going on within the country, and of course, quite a lot of fears. And I think now from the topical discussion, you know what we are dealing with. Yes, we are dealing with the Sudanese variant. And of course, before we've been dealing with the Zaire variant, and the Sudanese is it's something they're not really understanding the way it spreads. It's really very quick at the way it spreads. Yet it's not as severe as the Zaire variant. So you get to understand what they are dealing with, and it explains why there is no vaccine yet for it. And of course, there are still studies which are being made, despite the fact that trial vaccines, of course, are already in production to ensure that this spread is highly combated. Okay, at this particular time, we're going to get into, of course, an insight regarding what the entrepreneurs, the different prominent entrepreneurs in the country, what's their opinion regarding this particular epidemic. Let's review this.
State of economy is in a fragile state, there is no doubt about it. Let's be realistic. But on a positive side, I don't feel there is any panic situation yet we should perceive about. So my advice is we should continue striving the opportunities more than focusing on the challenges of cost rise and many other challenges which we are facing today. Basically, we should try to remain spendthrift, try to save money, don't waste on leisure and entertainment, don't promote these days our entertainment section. You know, our entertainment section is needed when we are a bit free, when we are with money. It's not needed in a crisis. So I think all of us are facing a financial crisis here and there. So we should focus on the business and only activities which generate some income for us. We should not waste time in speculations. We should not waste time in discussing anything which is not productive. So if we focus on the business, we are all very sure that we are recovering. I think as Shumuk, we recovered from January till date by 100% this year. So I'm very optimistic that by end of the year, we'll be back in the original situation. That was pre-2018.
We've been through COVID, now Ebola is here. From the investors' perspective, is this a threat to investment?
Prevention is better than cure. We have a challenge in terms of service delivery in our hospitals, in our various sections, and obviously our precautions and caution should not reduce. Let's not reduce our guards against Ebola and COVID. It is still a serious threat. But saying that, let's not leave working and thinking we are dying tomorrow. We are not dying tomorrow. On the contrary, this is the time for all of us to enjoy the fruits of all the hard work we did for 60 years of independence. So we should hold the front for next 6 months and normalize the mindsets that business has nothing to do with newspaper threats, whether it is of Ebola, whether it is of COVID, or whether it is of any entertainers. So the question remains is, can we hold the grounds of work, serious work, focused work, and we are all okay.
Maybe what's your appeal to Minister of Health from the investor perspective?
Ministry of Health, we should avoid any further strict lockdowns as some of the Tanzania, some of our neighboring countries have been doing, and allow the serious and the rightful information to go to the population, and don't spread panic unnecessarily, especially you guys in medias. A bad news becomes a very good news. I don't know why. Maybe we are making more money. So I'm saying we should put Ebola news on the 4th page, not on the front page. Front page, there's so many good news which we have. Why can't we use the space for that and encourage people not to give up their personal fights with finance, personal fights with relationships, and personal fights with good ideas. So the investment, you can see, I think you have experienced that the show was a great success and more than 150,000 people visited. That is a sign of optimism. That's a sign of opportunities in Uganda. That's a sign of opportunities of investment. So in investment, certain risks you cannot avoid. So I'm saying that I don't feel that investment opportunities have reduced in Uganda. And without wasting much of time in pessimism. You understand pessimism? That this is not okay, this is not okay. We should focus on the opportunities are going and somebody else is making money while we are crying. So if we miss the boat, in 2025 we will say we don't have money. So better see with the right spectacle and embark on to get the opportunities before my competitor takes it.
Well, is there a question on the business side before we come to the last question? Anything business-wise?
There are many other mediums of sensitization. In WhatsApp, I can send my message to all my Nakawa people in just 1 minute. That is a better sensitization, I feel. And there are authorities like RDCs are there, policies are there. Why can't we use those authorities to sensitize the Wananchi populations? You see, newspaper is like rumor mongering. When one person dies in my neighborhood, we don't even know why he has died, but we circulate this information that he has Ebola. Now you know our defects in testings and all those. So I feel that don't lower the guards, I agree. But I feel the media should help us to bring in some sort of optimism in the market so that entrepreneurship cannot be discouraged. You know, if I sit at home waiting for my death, it's not good, is it? So I better feel that with all the precautions we should take and make sure that we defeat Ebola. I think Ebola is not new. We had it before. We have experiences of to handle Ebola before. And sometimes it's God's mercy. We get blessing in disguise. I feel that the impact of COVID-19 was mitigated because we are all immune through Ebola 5 years ago, and this flu and influenzas and all. So our Ministry of Health is more equipped to handle COVID-19 than so many others who didn't have Ebola 5 years ago. So sometimes we have to see the positive side of it and make sure we take all precautions and survive.
As a businessman, don't you think this outbreak will also further affect?
Listen, any sort of health problems always affect business. Our market is population. Our purchase is population. Our expenses are population. So entrepreneurship, business, and any pandemic, you cannot say that it will not affect. It does affect very, very strongly, and it does bring the businesses down. There is no doubt about it. But as I said, when we have no choice issues, it is better we mitigate the losses through right responses. Like right responses are like taking precautions and doing our work nicely. So let's agree that our death possibility is from the day we are born. Do we agree? Okay. So we should not get panicked. One day we have to go. The situation should be under our control. We should not be under the control of situation. Thank you.
So MD finally.
All right, I will come back from that brief insight, of course, regarding Ebola and, of course, the different entrepreneurs, what they think about the outbreak of Ebola, what's the way forward. But remember, as a Ugandan, it's very important that you take an initiative to be responsible over your life, despite the fact that, of course, this outbreak is ongoing. If you don't really take care of yourself, at the end of the day, it will come back to you and it will affect you. And remember, when you die, you have quite a lot of people that are counting on you. So think about that, and that should motivate you to take care of yourself. But not just for yourself alone, but also others. You live good for others, because if you don't take care of yourself, you'll spread it to others, and the burden will come to their families. So take key, take initiative, and of course, if you don't, probably the government could issue a lockdown, and still that will come back to you, affecting you. So let's really take note regarding that. And at this particular time, we've come to the end of our show. Of course, I really want to say we are grateful from where we started from, and you've been with us all the way from the news recap till this moment as we're heading into the SMB No Comment. And also, big thanks to the team behind the production to ensure that this content is delivered on time. All the people, personnel, of course, in the control rooms are doing all this work to ensure that we deliver to you of the best quality of the business out there. And of course, GoTV channel 394 and the DSTV channel 372, and at Smart24 TV, that's on Twitter, Smart24 TV, that's on Facebook, Smart24 TV live on YouTube, as you will be in position to catch us at whatever part of the globe you will be at. Of course, coming up is SMB No Comment. And of course, till tomorrow, good morning.
My name is Francesca Kakoza. I'm standing in for Alhaji Kadunabi Ibrahim Luvega, the CEO of the Insurance Regulatory Authority. My position is Director Legal and Secretary to the authority. I just want to assure the public that actually claims settlement has grown from last year. If you look at our annual industry report for 2021, which is available on our website, you'll note that claims settlement has actually gone up a lot. So yes, there are still issues with claim settlement, but you also have to understand that insurance companies have to be sure that your claim is payable before they pay it. So sometimes it's not that they don't want to pay, but they want to make sure that that claim is payable before they pay. Now, in addition to that, we at IRA have established the Complaints Management Bureau. The Complaints Management Bureau is a bureau that was set up to receive and resolve insurance complaints. That Complaints Bureau receives complaints and then is able to take the policyholder and the insurance company through a dispute resolution method that then enables us to give you resolutions to those complaints. So that Complaints Bureau is available to the public. You can go to our website and access the section for the Complaints Bureau and file your complaints. If you feel that an insurer has delayed to pay your claim, let us know at IRA so that we assist you to resolve it. We have actually resolved a lot of complaints in the Complaints Management Bureau, and we continue to resolve them. We've also noted that sometimes a claim is actually not payable, but the policyholder needs to be heard, and we do hear them, and we actually settle those matters between them and the insurance company. So yes, there's a lot of development that has been made towards claim settlement, and we will continue to support the public to ensure that insurance companies settle the claims. Climate change in particular, let's look at agriculture insurance. So our insurance companies are offering agriculture insurance, and of course that insurance is for drought, it's for pests and diseases and many other agricultural issues. Now, when climate change happens, of course, there's a lot that's happening in the environment. Droughts are brought on by climate, floods, pandemic. Customers are transformed. They now expect speedy service. They expect good service quality. They expect value for money. So this technological advance, of course, now is aiding us in the insurance industry to fasten the speed to market, the speed at which we offer our products to the market. But also we've seen insurtechs and fintechs coming in as well, competing for the space that that insurance players are playing in. So the space is not the same. There's a lot of disruptions that are happening because of technological advancement, not just here in Uganda, but also globally. And this will affect the way the insurance industry does its business, but also serves its customers and delivers value for money. And so insurance players have to reinvent themselves and innovate continuously to ensure that we catch up with the changing dynamics and also go ahead of them actually to deliver a good service and also deliver a product that protects our policyholders.